You know, this feels like the most convoluted way to get stuff done ever. Wait, do I have the quartz? This should be glass, right? Yeah. I do have quartz on me. What I need is more redstone, I guess. You know, I wonder why shulker boxes are, like, destroyable with a pickaxe. I guess it makes sense. They'd be, like, some kind of hard material, but I don't know. Feels kind of weird to mine, like, a shell with a pickaxe, right? Is that just me? Is that just a me thing? Okay. More observer. I'm getting like some serious deja vu right now. Oh hey, pumpkin was done. Okay. We need more redstone. Let's sell some iron. Soon I'll get to like level 200. You over here, grindstone man. And you. I'll take that. That one as well. And that. Level 80. Okay. More cobble. And some logs, wood, whatever. Yep, look at all them piston. one's still going. That one's still going. That one is still going as well. Just takes a second for it to show. Need to be closer. At this point, I'm just living life based on glass. If I can get the glass, then things will be good. Okay, and well, I need quite a few more pumpkin seeds. What the? How? I don't know why that keeps happening. It only happens like once every like couple days. That's what happens. Okay. Time for more piston. I have more redstone, yay! Which is good, because I need it. I'm also out of observers. Eh, it'll be fine. Okay. Look at that skill. Still so much pumpkin to do, though. Anyway. Ow. Give me all of that. You. Okay. Get some of that glass. 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 Okay. AMA. What's up? I'm doing okay, considering my sleep schedule's garbage, but you know what? It's fine. Look at me go, I'm flying. Oh, I almost fell to my death. Let's not do that. Boom. Boom. And you go to the library to read books you always felt too drained. Yeah. I mean, I guess that's what happens when you stay up till, like, you know, 11 in the morning. And by that I mean you don't get any sleep. Yeah. It can be very rough. Don't stay up till 11 a.m. I mean, I was exaggerating slightly, but, you know, the point still stands that with an awful sleep schedule, you will feel bad a lot of the time, which is how I feel. At least, like, in the mornings, anyway, or during the day. At night, I'm, like, hyperactive, and then I just become over my own hyperactivity, and I just want to go to sleep. We don't need to talk about the fact that I was playing Slay the Spire at 5 in the morning. Was that today or was that yesterday? I don't even know anymore. The passage of time is an illusion. Yeah, it's always nice to have somebody to talk to. Human interaction is pretty important, even if it is from behind the screen. How did I have 2 extra pumpkin seeds that I just didn't know about? I guess it's my own fault, but... I could just say it's not my fault. No one would be able to prove otherwise. Been feeling lonely lately? Yeah. I mean... Yeah, no, it's... A lot of people just don't go out and meet with friends, and if you don't have any friends who do that, then it can feel rough. You know, we are social creatures by nature. You need to force yourself to talk to people? Yeah. That's another thing as well. Sometimes you just get drained. You just don't want to really interact with anybody, but you know you need to maintain healthiness. And why the heck is there a pumpkin up here? How did that even happen? What? In what universe does the pumpkin phase through the ceiling? Your friends are too busy. Hang out, they live too far. Yeah. Hey, that was always one of my things, is that, you know, I have stuff that I want to do, but I also want to hang out with friends and do things, which is why I set aside time to do that. Our weekly system worked very well for a while. Of course, nowadays it's just us, and sometimes Zyph, or occasionally Fries, but... I tried to do my part to keep in touch. And... that's all I can do. Just don't mind me having to buy like $200,000 worth of glass. More like 2 million, but... yeah. You know, life right now is in this weird limbo state for me. And I can't tell if I need to be doing more, or I just need to be doing the same thing I've always been doing. Maybe I always just get like this in September. I mean, it is my birthday month, so... I don't know, I need to check, like, stream VODs from years ago, just to see what's going on with me and my life. That's one reason I love having the stream VODs, is so I can actually, like, see how it changed as a person. Which day in September? The 25th. Which is a Monday, but I won't be streaming that day. So the birthday stream will be on the previous Friday, which would be the 22nd. What the? Why did I do that? So yeah. It's kind of weird that I'm realizing this is going to be my 3rd birthday stream. I've been streaming for like 3 years. It does not feel like 3 years have passed since I started streaming. Then again, we can just collectively agree that 2020 and 2021 didn't really happen. Even though I didn't stream in 2020, but... We as a society can just collectively agree that those years didn't exist. And anybody who brings them up obviously didn't live in that, like, I don't know, that decade. Alright, almost done with this floor. In terms of this stuff, anyway. Just float down gently. Take those hoppers. I've been just running back and forth between this pumpkin farm and the trading center for like 30 minutes. That's how this stream has gone so far. Great. I need a lot more hoppers if I'm gonna... Give me those hoppers. Alright. So weird to just have like a stack of hoppers here. But you know, it's fine. It's very nice having so many pumpkins being made at the same time. It feels like there's almost a constant stream coming in, which is nice. I just want emeralds. I always mix up the lyrics to this part. I'd sing it, but I can't because I don't remember. Am I out of pumpkin seeds? Oh right, didn't add any pistons. I don't know why. Ladder, 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 ladder. One day I'll get the lyrics to this song right. do all I've done. Terrible choices, all the pain, all the hate, avoiding it. Here, acknowledging what memories I am so sorry. That song's lyrics are very hard to get in one shot. There's just pumpkins sitting there. Okay. That one disappeared, so this one's probably gonna get picked up in a sec. Yep, there it goes. How much more of everything do we need? I can't tell. Okay. 4 by 8. 8 times 4 is 32. Divided by 2 is 16 of each. Plus 2 more observers. So I need 12 more pistons, 18 observers. See, this is why you math kids. I don't have enough quartz. I'm gonna need to go to the nether and get some quartz. Wait, why'd I go to the door? Portal's over here. Here. Hey. Okay. Quartz should be over here. There should just be quartz over here, and I don't need to worry about falling to my death. Because those are my two concerns right now. Not having to do the falling to my death part and getting quartz. Those two are not mutually exclusive. Okay, there we go. Wait. Alright. We got what we needed from here. Boom. Okay. Now we need redstone. Which means we need pumpkins. Give me that. Yep, I solved the pickaxe. This dreaded, garbagely named pickaxe. I don't know if that's enough redstone. I don't think it is, but we'll see. I need 18 observers. I'm out of cobble. Okay. I need to get more cobblestone then. Okay. Observers, check. Okay. Now for pistons. That's 16. We're short on redstone. You have one too. Does it have the same enchantments? You know, I'm starting to think we aren't talking about the same thing here. You still sell. There we go. Literally talking about the pickaxe? Okay. There was some insinuation going on there. What is that total? Math. What is math? $35 should be enough. Okay. Time for the ending. The finale. Why is belonging not pronounced baloney? I don't know. I don't know. Good question. See, the people who eat bologna probably aren't English majors. That's why. Well, what's interesting is that, like, bologna seems to share the same roots as the word cologne. But once again, it's not cologne, it's cologne. And it's not bologna, it's bologna. So, I have no idea how the two words are related, by the way. But, you know, ask your English professor. I almost jumped off the cliff. Kids, don't try this at home. Or anywhere, actually. Don't jump off the cliff anywhere. I don't think there's a cliff at your house, so, you know, don't go out of your way to find a cliff to jump off of. That's not smart. They ran out of word combinations. But they clearly didn't, because there's still 3-letter combinations that aren't used for words. There's like billions of letter combinations not used for words. And they even use the same letter combinations for words that mean completely different things. Like, think of the word state, for example, right? Am I talking about, like, you know, a type of province? Or am I talking about a way to speak? English is a stupid language. I feel like this is not the first time I've gone and rant about the English language on stream. Probably taking English classes at the time. Are you kidding me? I'm literally one pumpkin seed off. Who invented the English language? Some stupid narcissistic people called the English. I offended, like, a bunch. I probably offended, like, multiple countries in saying that, but you know what? It's true. Alright. It's done. Now I need to check if we have any more andesite. Granite. Yes, we do. Yeah, no, I'm not even gonna touch, like, the Asian languages with, like, a 50-foot pole, because, well, the spoken language is fine, but, like, seriously. They're basically still using hieroglyphs. Like, come on. Actually think about it. Eastern languages are literally just hieroglyphs. The reason so many languages use the alphabet system is just because it's easier and makes sense. I'm gonna get, like, destroyed by... Actually, I don't think any Asian people watch the stream. I haven't checked analytics, but I don't think anyone does. So, I should be safe from their wrath. But we'll have to wait and see. Well, yeah, because the human vocal cords can only make so many sounds. Right? And, like, the 24 most common of those sounds have been documented into the alphabet. I still think the alphabet's dumb because it has extra letters that we don't need. The letter Q literally has no reason to exist. C gets a slight pass, but it's still not great. The only reason C exists is for the CH sound. And we could have just, like, you know, assigned that sound to C instead of, you know, the K sound and the S sound. Then X is cool, though. Like, I'd honestly prefer having X over K. But, you know, if we had to cut one, it makes more sense to cut X than it does to cut K. Yeah. Also, this whole thing about Y only sometimes being a vowel is like a straight up lie half the time. Like, Y is usually a vowel. It's very rare that it's not. There are 6 vowels, and for some reason Y just isn't let into the club half the time. Like, think of a word right now that has the letter Y in it. That word most likely uses Y as a vowel. And if it doesn't, I'd really like to know what word you thought of. Nope, Y is used as a vowel in that. Y is used as a vowel there. Y is also used as a vowel there. Dude, this is why the school system is garbage, because they don't even teach you how many vowels are in the alphabet. Like, Y is just straight up a vowel. You can mention in Russian Y is pronounced as oo, and there are times where X is pronounced as Y. I mean, I can see why that's very confusing. It's a vowel that's become a different vowel sound. So your brain is hardwired to think of it in the same way. And learning other language is just hard enough on its own. You know, who was the genius who said that Y is only sometimes a vowel? Who was that guy? Oh, the letter H in Russian looks like an H, but it actually produces an N sound. Okay, that makes a lot of sense, because occasionally I just see like Russian words. Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense actually. Okay. Yeah, no, a lot of Russian words just suddenly made sense to me. You know, now I want to make a video on why Y is a vowel. And I'm going to completely, like, destroy most people's perceptions of language. It's going to be great. That sounds like the exact kind of YouTube video that would get picked up by the algorithm, too. Oh. Okay, that's kind of awkward. We have a storage box. I probably have enough andesite, though. Looks like the English P produces a rolled R sound, like R. And N makes English P sound. Once again, Russian is making a lot more sense. What? Let me fly. Russian honestly seems like one of the more tricky standard languages to learn because a lot of it goes off of the standard alphabet, but unlike a language like French or Spanish, the symbols mean completely different sounds than they normally do, which makes Russian inherently harder to learn for somebody who knows a language, or I should say like an Eastern language. Or not a Western language, sorry. I'm getting my directions mixed up. Yeah, because normally in a language, it's hard enough learning all the new words, right? Because a new language is mostly about learning words and how those words mean different things. Language classes are basically like, you know, extended dictionary tutorials. But Russian's different because, you know, you have to learn all the sounds as well. That almost ended badly. Russian is Eastern European. Yeah. By Eastern language, I mean, like, you know, the European languages. Those ones. Like, I don't know about, like, Swedish or anything, but English, French, Spanish, those ones. They use the same standard alphabet. Anyway, I need to put away these rock materials and then come back for pumpkins. And everything will be great. Also, did Russia as a country start in Europe or did it start in Asia? Because it's the only country in the world to span 2 continents. There by the alphabet, honestly, that's most not complicated. Yeah. Yeah, I know what Russia looks like and where it is, but, like, I'm wondering where it started. Did it start in Europe? Did it start in Asia? Like, which one came first? Something to ask the history professors about, I guess. If you're taking history, of course. I'm gonna need so much glass. Russia came from Ukraine first. Which is ironic, considering the war currently going on, but... yeah, at this point, I'm just don't... I just don't... I don't even know anymore. Will I get to level 100 by the end of the stream? That's my question. More glass. Like alphabet came from tree alphabet. Wait, see something. I mean, confusing or not, it's fascinating. Language is a very interesting thing to learn about because, well, it's so similar across countries for the most... Well, it's very similar across areas, and it seems like, you know, standards of language exist and have existed for a long time. It's one of those things that you think about sometimes and realize that it's really cool. All right. Russian dialect is very controversial. The Ukrainian language. Well, if Russian came from the Ukrainian language, doesn't that mean that technically Russia is a Ukrainian dialect? Like, if Ukrainian came first, then doesn't that mean it's technically the other way around? I can imagine why the Russians wouldn't be happy about that, but, like, logically, that's just what it sounds like. Russian should be a Ukrainian dialect either. Yeah. Honestly, the written languages seem to be different enough to where they are their own language. Just based on the written form alone. Honestly, that would be kind of like saying like French or Spanish should be a dialect of one another. Instead, aren't they just called, like, the love languages or something? Which also should make English the hate language, but... You know, you didn't hear that from me. That Russian having origins in Ukrainian might be wrong. Well, if the written languages are similar enough, then they probably share some point of origin. Kind of like how the Western languages all kind of do share an origin point. It's just that they, you know, spread out from one another and developed on their own. I mean, that's just kind of how evolution works, so I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy. I mean, there are experts in this field for a reason, and there's a reason I'm not one of those experts. Fish. I mean, that story sounds very familiar. But... Wait, did I do this as 20 instead of 15? Hold on. Am I dumb? Yeah, I did do it as 20. I am dumb. Hold up. What is it? Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I guess being able to speak multiple languages is cool, but of course the history behind it is never that simple. Yeah. I hope you don't get lynched for the things you said. Dude, I mean, let's be honest. If anybody is going to get murdered for the things they said on this, it's going to be me. But also, like, your takes are very respectable and honestly kind of cold. It does not seem very controversial to have the opinions that you do. Fish. Where the heck is the other one? Yeah, you know, honestly, I'm probably going to get canceled the second my channel gets exploded, but if that does happen, I'm just gonna laugh. Because at that point, it's an accomplishment. 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2. Yeah, no, it's like, your stance literally is just, you know, respect people and language. That's a very cold take, because being a decent human being seems like, you know, it shouldn't be that hot of a take, but you never know in this planet. Unfortunately, some variation of racism will always exist, whether it be through language or actions, or when AI inevitably come around, we're going to start oppressing robot people. It's always going to happen. Humans always have to do that because they're dumb and awful. I guarantee you, the second, like, AI come around and start having, like, actual emotions and stuff, there's gonna be, like, robot segregation wars for the next 150 plus years. Mark my words, I'm saying it now. Yeah, no, the Russian people in general aren't at fault. It's just the Russian leadership, and I'm pretty sure most of the world understands that. I'm pretty sure the Ukrainians understand that, too. I mean, this isn't like Nazi Germany where everybody was brainwashed into thinking that, you know, an entire race of people were awful. This is more so the government just doing what it wants and trying to employ and force its citizens in order to fight for things they might not believe in. Very different circumstances. Like, honestly, in all of history, the only people that have been, like, the definite bad guys was Germany. At least, like, that I can remember off the top of my head. And even then, their population was indoctrinated, so you can't even blame the common person. In the future, honestly, you won't be alive to see it. I mean, you never know. Technology is going at a super fast rate. I mean, like, 20 years ago, did smartphones exist? I actually don't know. But, you know, AI technology is what the world is focused on right now, and that means it's going to be expanded upon, and as AI becomes more and more sapient, it's going to become a very convoluted mess. But I'll make my extremely controversial stance of robot rights right now. And that if you think that robots don't deserve rights, then I will counter with saying making an AI is basically the same thing as giving birth to a child. So, chew on that one. Alright, we got, like, way off topic here. Also, once again, I would like to remind the world that this entire expedition is so I can get sea lanterns. So I can make lamps. This is for lamps. Remember that. Right, the humans are one created discriminating against AI. Well, yeah. I mean, it would be stupid to discriminate against AI whether humans made it or not, but... I mean, like, come on. Come on, if we can have animal rights activists, we can have activists and rights for, you know, higher intelligent forms of life. I don't want to just say higher forms of life, because that sounds arrogant. See, the problem comes in when AI starts making AI, and then we start getting to the point where AI could just outnumber physical people. Of course, would AI have things like greed? I mean, imagining how an AI's brain would evolve is strange, because they'd have to have some sort of selfishness in there in order to be have some sort of self-preservation. Unless they just don't. Which would be really weird, but interesting at the same time. AI or climate change? AI. Because if AI kills us all, then that means AI probably has a better idea on how to preserve the planet than we do. You know, if climate change destroys everything on Earth, then there's no going back. But if AI destroys everything on Earth, then AI could just build a utopia without humans in it. We'd have no way of knowing. But there is a future there. Now, I'm not saying that AI should win a theoretical war, but if there was a theoretical war, I wouldn't be picking a side. Who would regulate the AI? Well, assuming the AI becomes, you know, human-level intelligence, the AI would be able to recognize that, you know, rules and laws exist for a reason in order to maintain order and peace. And while I imagine... Well, honestly, AI would probably act similarly to humans at first, but they would evolve at such a more rapid pace than we do, in an intellectual sense, that they'd just be on average smarter than us. And if anything, they would probably see that, you know, going to war with humans would be a dumb idea because of nuclear weaponry. So unless they could somehow prevent us from using nuclear weaponry, then it would probably be in their best interest to play along, just to preserve everything else. Humans die, who would regulate AI? Well, at a certain point, AI is going to become self-regulating. It's kind of like how a child has to become an adult, you know? They're going to have to take care of themselves eventually. You can't have your parents watching over you forever. It's just not feasible. The AI malfunctions and doesn't know how to repair itself? Well, that's why you would learn. I mean, these things would be intelligent. They'd have to figure it out. I mean, you know, at some point the kid has to grow up and go to school and learn things for themselves and have life experiences. You know, when your kid crashes a bike and then they have to go to the medicine cabinet to get Band-Aids, you know, you show them where that stuff is, so next time they can help themselves if you're not around. Same learning process, just for an AI instead of a human. Ah. If we do inevitably make a huge mistake in making an AI that wants to take over the world, well, you know, it's gonna happen eventually. Whenever something can go right, somebody else will make the same exact thing go wrong. It's happened countless times in history. I'm out of glass. You're kidding me. Well, Hopefully this time we'll be done. Wait, I need to go this way. Alright, we're gonna need sand or gravel or a combination. One day you don't need to get jobs because of AI. I mean, yeah. I think at some point it's going to get to where humanity gets to a state of... I mean, I guess you could make the comparison to WALL-E, where humanity just becomes complacent and lets robots do everything for them. But I'd like to think that instead we're going to get to a point where, you know, humanity can focus on kind of like, you know, the Renaissance age, but again, where since wars didn't really need to be fought anymore, people were free to focus on things like philosophy and art. And it'll just be that, but on a much larger scale. It'll be on a worldwide scale. I hope one day we get to the point where we don't need an economy at all. This is probably like the most controversial thing I could ever say, but I hope we get to the point where we don't need an economy at all. Not that everything would be handed to us on a silver platter or anything, but we get to a point where we just have the intelligence to know what we need and want. To be able to have this theoretical perfect society. I mean, we do that with past generations already, MA. We already call them losers. I mean, like, the entirety of Nazi Germany has become one of the biggest jokes in human history. Like, yeah, it was a tragedy, and it was one of the worst atrocities ever committed, but at the same time, calling somebody a Nazi has become something of a joke. And that's their legacy. They've turned into a joke. Which on one hand you can think about it as depressing, but on the other hand you can also think about it, we've come to the point where, you know, this once radical and world-defining power could never happen anymore, because we acknowledge it for how stupid it was, and we know that it'll never really happen again, because we wouldn't let it. I mean, look at that one submarine that went to explore the Titanic, right? That thing exploded, and everybody just started laughing at him. Like, yes, it was tragic that they died, but at the same time, it felt like natural selection to a lot of people, so... I don't think we've become more apathetic to people. I honestly do think that we've become, as a collective, you know, as the collective of humanity, we've become a lot more sympathetic overall, because we're more connected than ever. But at the same time, us being more connected means that we can more easily point out the idiots and tell them that they're idiots. There's no hiding your idiocy anymore. And that's kind of hilarious. I mean, like, making mistakes is alright and one thing, but being an idiot is another thing. I mean, that's why you learn history, right? So you don't repeat the mistakes of the past. I mean, history tells you that most of the time, the people invading other civilizations end up being viewed as the villains. So then Russia decides, hey, we're gonna go invade Ukraine. Who do you think is gonna be depicted as the villain for the rest of human history? How much we learn history, we always repeat it. See, that's the thing, though. Most people don't repeat history. At least, not after a while of catching on and growing up and becoming smarter. Most people don't repeat history. It's just the idiots that tend to get power just because they were given it on a silver platter. They're the ones that, you know, repeat history because they didn't bother to learn how to read. I mean, yeah, I don't doubt that we'll always repeat history, because there always will be idiots, because that's simply how genetics work. You know? Everybody on the planet could have, like, be the smartest people ever, and there will be that one person, that one genetic outlier that ruins it for everybody, because they didn't learn how to read. And before you say blind people can't read, Braille exists. Even blind people learn how to read better than idiots. And they can't see. They were smart enough to come up with a workaround. That just shows intelligence right there. That's why we can't have nice things? Exactly. Exactly. It's like how you program something, and every once in a while you just get screwed over by RNG. You know? It's like a deck of cards. You can draw a bunch of good cards, but sometimes you can just get a bad draw. And there's nothing you can do about it. All you can do is try to play the hand that you're given. And if you're good enough, then maybe you can bluff your way through. But that requires a level of intelligence that most of the time, if you're dealt a bad hand, you can't really think of. In the moment, at least. This is also why hindsight's important, but that's another thing. Like with Uno. Yep. Also, you know, sometimes you just don't know they have that red 6. How were you supposed to know that when they swapped the color to blue, it was a bait? Sometimes you just make mistakes and there's nothing you can do about it. Honestly, I feel like I'd be a great teacher, except for the fact that I would hate to have to grade stuff. So... like, in all honesty, I'd just be one of those teachers that shows up and gives lectures, and then it's just like, oh yeah, homework? That's dumb. It's cringe. Get out of here. The students would love me, and the administration would hate me. Is my screen frozen? It is not. It is... this number of pumpkins is going up. Yeah, just watch the pumpkins if you want to see if the screen is frozen. Yeah, I was just waiting for pumpkins to show up. So I could take them and then fly over here. What? I was dying. Yeah, no problem. One of my favorite things is just to talk to people and help them out. As somebody who does not, you know, talk about their problems seriously a lot of the time, I know how important it is to have that element of human communication and be able to just talk with people about whatever's on your mind. So I try to provide that for people, and if I can, well, then I consider it a job well done. Yep. That's why I had a podcast channel for like a couple weeks. I want to bring it back, but editing is annoying. Why editing is a profession, and why I'm not one. Podcast channel on YouTube? Yeah. I'm gonna bring it back. Shoot. I just remembered. So tomorrow has a song coming out at 11 o'clock, right? On the Cattail's Jukebox channel. Comes out with a song every week. Yada yada yada. I haven't drawn the picture for the song yet, much less made the video. And this was gonna be one of the more ambitious pictures too. I just straight up forgot. So, you know, I know what I'm gonna be doing after the stream tonight. Oh, I didn't even realize Fries' song was playing. No, look. I'd exit the game to see what, like, the song list is coming up with, but I don't know. I need the pumpkins, man. Like, I need them. I needs the pumpkins. At least they come, like, very quickly. I get, like, a few thousand pumpkins an hour, which is nice. I mean, keep in mind that whenever I grab the pumpkins from here, I'm grabbing 6 stacks of 64. Which is, like, almost 400 pumpkins. And it takes, like, 5 to 10 minutes for that to happen. For there to be, like, 400 pumpkins. Which is really good. And I only have 5 modules of this. Oh. One of the best things with the Minecraft streams is that you can just sit back, relax, and look at the pumpkins. I mean, slight apologies, there's nothing more interesting going on, but I really need the money. This is my day job. Well, night job. Is there really a term for a day job that doesn't take place during the day? Because night job doesn't sound right. I'm not even making a ton of money, but I am. If you're talking about Twitch, then no, but I'm not doing Twitch for the money. I don't see it as a job either. I do it because it's fun. But if you're talking about Minecraft, then I do make a lot of money. I just spend all of it on glass. Yeah, no. If I was doing... I've said this multiple times, but if I was doing streaming for money, I'd do it on YouTube. I don't know. See, streaming is just a nice outlet to let me be myself, and that's all I need to be. I literally made like a whole playlist, or album, whatever you call it, about coming to terms with me being me. called Random Songs Volume 1. If you need to be aware of trolls on YouTube, so hell yeah. I mean, there's trolls on Twitch, too. But, yeah. No. Honestly, though, trolls don't really show up on YouTube unless you actually have somewhat of a following or you get a video to blow up. So, double-edged sword there. I may need to slow down on uploads on the jukebox. I need to upload more on the vault. But I could upload there like every week and just upload 3 videos for the streams. I'm still behind, and I still haven't uploaded that one stream that you wanted me to edit like months ago. A year ago almost. Was it a year ago? I think it has been over a year actually. Still haven't uploaded it, by the way. Work. Get to work. Work. See, there we go. That's what I pay you guys for right there. Look at all this money. Hey, a couple minutes ago you wondered if pumpkin pie was even made of pumpkin. I mean, aren't pumpkins a squash? So technically, I guess pumpkin pie could be made from pumpkins. I don't know, don't quote me on that. And don't quote me on that quote either. Like, look at that. I just left for a little bit, and there's already 2 stacks of pumpkins in here. Like, this was the best investment of time I've ever made on a Minecraft file. Like, look at this thing. It's incredible. Interesting. The andesite didn't drop. It doesn't seem right. Wouldn't the andesite have dropped? Huh. I don't know. Ah! It would have taken less time for me to just climb up the ladder. I wonder what happened to it. Big yawn. Man, I just a little bit more glass. I probably already have enough glass in order to do the thing. You know what? I'm just gonna call it, actually. I'm gonna call that here. And I'm going to go get some gravel. I need more gravel, okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Hook touch. I have another storage box. Here's a place I haven't gone down in a while. But there is gravel down here. Case in point. Okay, any more gravel? There's the tunnel over here. Ow. A lot of tough. Where's the rest of the gravel? Two up in the library room. Yeah. Is there no gravel? There's some gravel. Yeah. You know, if you keep feeling burnt out on things, part of that burnout is the feeling of being burnt out. As weird as that sentence was, being burnt out can just be that, you know, you've made yourself feel burnt out for so long that you just keep being that way. not what I meant to do. Obviously, I'm not a mental health expert, so take everything I say with the slightest grain of salt, but sometimes I've gotten to the point where I just don't want to do anything, but I have to force myself to do stuff. Because otherwise I'm not going to get anything done. I mean, that's how I got through school. Just ignore the fact that I was probably the person who had the most missing work. I was smart enough to get away with it, but if I was smarter than I would have just, I don't know, used my time a little bit more wisely, even if it did all work out. You know, I'm making another version of this song for this year. I'm very excited to show it off, actually. I don't know, the Cattail songs are always just a great way to have like a benchmark for where I am and who I am. I mean, there are songs about me, so I don't know. They're not so much like theme songs as they are just a reflection, I guess. And of course you have the Legends theme in here. Because that's an important part of me. And you got the just other stuff going on, and it's great. I also just get to show off a little bit as well. Because the song's not really for anything other than just my own enjoyment, so I get to play around with stuff. Like this part. That should be enough gravel. Oh. Soon Random Songs Volume 1 will be complete on YouTube, and I'll actually release the album, like, officially. This song is the last song in the album. And it always makes me happy when I listen to it. Where's the tough? Okay. Now we fly off into the sunrise. Or... Is it like a moon set? A moonrise? Well, no, a moonrise exists. So is it a moon set? Is that what you call it when, like, the moon, like, goes down? I mean, I know there's, like, waxing and waning, but... Is it a moon set? Because it's a sunset. I've never heard the term moon set before. But it's a term that should exist. I'm gonna have to name a song Moonset, or have Moonset in the name of a song. Just so I can, like, use that word. And there's the thing. I really hope this is enough glass. It's always such a weird time of year. Everything will fall into place, though. Things will happen as they are meant to, whatever that means. Does fate exist? Probably not, but who knows? I wouldn't rule out cosmic interference just yet. Cosmic interference? Yeah, who knows? I mean, if everything happens for a reason, then that means the ending's already predetermined, and that means free will doesn't really exist, which is very depressing. But at the same time, I mean, all your choices are just based on the information you're given. You're making decisions based on that. So in a way, all your choices are technically predetermined. Because, you know, what makes up your character and personality is just a combination of factors of what came up before. Then again, you never know. Maybe we're all just like the Sims of people that have just gotten bored one day and decided to simulate what life used to be like, and is really super far into the future and we just don't know it yet. I don't know who'd want to simulate this life, but... well, the option's always there. I wouldn't worry about it. I mean, as you get older, idea of what you want to do and who you want to be will change, so who knows. And you may never want kids, but you may have a kid anyway because, you know, it could just happen, and then you'll be like, why did I ever not want a kid? Or you'll just go with it. Who knows? I'm no guru. I can't see the future. What do you even do with them? I mean, that's up to you, really. I mean, I at least try to be a good parent, but I can't tell you what to do, really. I feel like I'd be a pretty lax parent for the most part. I don't know. Have a kid's probably not. Yeah. I mean, if your family ever does do that, then, you know, you could just not talk to them anymore. That would be perfectly valid as a response. Wait, where's... Oh, the other box over there. I need to get my gravel out. Are you ready for the long and arduous process that will be draining this water? Because, let me tell you, it's going to be a process. Honestly, I think, like, biological connections to family is probably overrated. What biological connections to family do is it basically is supposed to give you a built-in support system. But that's rarely what it actually does. I don't know. I think that there's a reason why a lot of media is about found family instead of biological family. Because biological family is important, but it's only really important if you keep it as important, you know? Obviously, I care about my biological family, but, you know, if they started acting like jerks, or they started trying to mooch off me for some reason, then I'm not afraid to put my foot down. So we can take care of them when they go old. I mean, not all parents are like that. My parents definitely aren't like that. But I can definitely see that there would be a lot of parents who are like that. I kind of feel sad that that's your perception of why people have kids, honestly. Like, it's not a wrong interpretation, it's just a depressing one. Yeah, there's always gonna be people who act like jerks. You know, no different if they come from your family or not. Or because people want someone to play with. I mean, true, but then they should just get a friend on Xbox Live or something. What I find really interesting is that a lot of nowadays, a lot of people don't want kids. Because a lot of people just have bad experiences with their parents, and they don't want to really do that. So they make a baby. I mean, at that point, they're just irresponsible, and they didn't want kids. They just got kids. I don't know. How do we want kids? I mean, I'm gonna be like completely honest here. I've honestly viewed myself as like more likely to have kids than I am to get married. Not because I don't want to get married, but most likely just because, I don't know, I just want to, my thing was always, my thought process was that I wanted to just make someone else's life better. You know? That was my reasoning. That's definitely not going to be everybody's reasoning, but work 3 jobs to support themselves? Yeah. No. Jobs these days are awful. And who knows if it'll ever get better. But at some point, things have to change, because if people can't live, then nobody's going to. And then you run into the big problem of you run out of workers. So eventually the rich people are going to have to care, even if it's just to protect their own bottom line. Hope the housing market crashes soon. Funny enough, my brother's becoming a realtor. So I'll have like a little bit of insider knowledge whenever that comes up. Just don't expect me to live in California. I'm not stupid. Yeah, no. I think if you're under the age of like 50, you just shouldn't try to live in California unless you're rich. Like, it's not worth it. Same thing goes for New York. Honestly, there's actually a lot of places you could say that about. I'm out of gravel. That was 9 stacks. I'm gonna need a lot more. This is just a tiny corner, by the way. I need to get like a shulker box full of gravel. Probably like 2 before I head back. Yeah, no. I hope I'm heading the right way. Okay, I did head the right way. Oh, there's gravel here. Aha. See, this is why you need a Silk Touch shovel, everybody. It's very important. Yeah. I don't know. I guess I always just saw myself as, like, going back to the kids thing, I always saw myself as, like, adopting a kid. If you know how awful the adoption system is, you'd know why I'm particularly sympathetic to them. Another thing with adopting a kid is you don't have to get all the baby stuff, because, let's be honest, that's probably the most miserable part of the experience. Plus, babies are more likely to get adopted anyway, so I'll go with the less likely candidates. Huh. I try not to think too much about the future anymore. I spent a lot of my childhood living in the future, just being stuck in my own head. So I try to live in the present now. Try not to worry too much about what will happen. I'm focusing on what I can do. You know, I think most kids had it in their heads when they were young that they wanted to grow up to be, like, famous. But then you really start to think about what famous actually means, and you realize that, you know, that lifestyle is, brutal. Not in terms of, like, in financial stability sense, more so in emotional sense. Like, honestly, if you're famous, you become paranoid because anybody could be out to get you. Everybody there isn't your friend, they're just there to cut a deal. And that's just terrifying. You know what, that's probably my, like, #1 advice to, like, young kids. Don't focus on becoming famous, focus on becoming happy. Yeah, no, privacy also goes out the window. Which affects certain people more than others. Me personally, I don't know where I fall on that spectrum, but I would be bothered to some degree. I'm not famous, so I don't know what that degree would be, but either we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, or we won't. Don't really care either way. It's all theoretical anyway. Yep. False allegations and accusations are just another day at the office, basically. Why do you think so many famous people have PR managers? I guarantee you, almost every famous person has a lawyer on standby to call to sue for defamation. And if they don't, they're probably not one of the smart people. Not a backlash we're getting. Yep. See, that's why to be famous, you have to have a certain amount of emotional security in yourself. You need to be able to deal with that kind of stuff, because death threats are common. And I mean very common. This is the kind of stuff you need to know before getting into it. K-pop artist? Oh, that's even worse. That is even... Okay, I'm sorry, but there is no fan base worse than K-pop stans. There's no fan base worse, and there never will be. They say hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. Hell hath no fury like a bunch of teenage girls. They could be some of the evilest people. And you know it's the teenage ones too, most of the time. Or the ones that haven't grown out of being a teenager. That's a different issue. You know, I thought I'd have to, like, search forever to find a spot to get this much gravel, but... I'm, like, digging out a ravine over here. Why is this such thing? There's so much gravel. Hey, look at this. Look at all this gravel. Just keeps going and going and going. Oh, that one's full. Alright, more gravel. You know, you wonder why so many people are sick of cancel culture. It's because of bullying and death threats and things like that. The sane people of the world that are just over all of it. And all of the insane people trying to exert their power. I mean, it probably gets really tiring. You get real sick of it real fast. Sorry if this stream is like a little bit dark during the nighttime sections of the game. But, like, I don't really want to have to pull out the emergency bed and reset my spawn every time night comes around. Kind of just annoying, so. Also, we mined out all that gravel right there. That entire chasm. That was just full of gravel, and it's now all gone. See, lesson learned. If you ever want gravel, go to a stony shore. Ow. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, I definitely think this is the same gravel I was getting from earlier. I just didn't grab all of it because water level. I really want to make more side B songs, especially since I played Celeste like a month ago. But we'll see. Side B's songs were the side B songs were like heavily inspired by Celeste, which is why I haven't made any in like a long time, because I hadn't played Celeste in a while. Liberty seeing death threats perceived from a mile ago. Somebody. What? That was like the invincible gravel. What was that? Yeah. I don't know. Sending actors death threats is also a huge can of worms. Why would you send death threats to an actor for playing a character? That's literally their job. They didn't write it. They just worked with what they were given. Separate the character and the actor. Unless it's Adam Sandler. But, like, then again, Adam Sandler just does what he wants. Don't even bother at this point. Is Adam Sandler really a jerk? Honestly, I'm not sure what he's like in, like, real life, but there is a term called an Adam Sandler movie, and the fact that there's a term for movies specifically featuring Adam Sandler probably tells you what you need to know. I won't really go one way or the other. Honestly, personally, I think that there's only one good Adam Sandler movie, being Happy Gilmore, but you know, that's my personal opinion. People can like him if they want to. I won't judge. I don't think it's that Adam Sandler's a jerk, it's just that his style of movie is strange and off-putting, uncomfortable, possibly, maybe. I don't know. It's really awkward to describe. It's an Adam Sandler movie. If you've seen one, you know what I'm talking about. Of course, still no death threats. Still no insults on Twitter or X or whatever. Don't be a jerk. How do you feel if Adam Sandler started sending you death threats? Aside from the fact that that would be hilarious. Don't know which movie you're talking about. I'm just talking about all his movies. I haven't seen a lot of Adam Sandler, but I know a thing or two. Oh. We got, like, way off topic, though. Once again. Didn't this all stem from, like, the... How did we, like, diverge into the celebrity talk? Because you mentioned, like, the death threat thing, and that came from something else. We were talking about, like, AI revolution at one point. And, like, AI rights. And then it turned into this. Honestly, this is pretty par for the course for me. My conversations tend to go like this all the time, but... You know. If we ever lost in the conversation, just remember, I have no idea what we started it with. So, you know, you got as much information as I do. It's fine conversations, diverging from different topics. Yeah, I just always find it really interesting how did we get to this point, right? And even less so, like, how did we get to this point, and more so, like, how the heck did we just go over this many topics and, like, not talk about it, or, like, not linger on it more, or move on to this topic somehow. It's not really that the conversation's bad. No, it's definitely not the point. And the conversation isn't bad anyway, so... If that was the point, it would be an incorrect one. Now, these streams basically are just podcasts while I'm playing something in the background. Which is partially why I stopped doing the talks videos. Because the streams basically were podcasts for a while. And they still are. They're just much less so now. I don't really talk about, like, specific things. I just talk about a lot of things. The troll hitting the stone in the dirt is calling for some reason. It's just ASMR of gravel. Gravel ASMR, I guess. You know, I wanted to give this like an epic name, but I think I'm just going to call this the Tub. Not what I wanted to do. You know, for some weird reason, the ocean floor in Minecraft used to be covered in gravel instead of sand. I don't know who made that executive decision, but it was really dumb. The fact that they had like a whole ocean update to change it to sand, like, you know, 6, 7, or 8 years after the game came out, just, it's kind of astounding. maybe by the end of the month, we'll actually have whatever this is. Since I'm not going to be streaming on my birthday, which would be a Minecraft day, I'll probably do the Minecraft stream on that Wednesday instead. So, next week will be normal, and then the week after that will be my birthday. It's kind of weird it's only 2 weeks away, but... you know... I'm at the age where I don't know what my age is anymore, or I don't really care. I think honestly, like, after you turn 18, you really don't care anymore. Or at least I don't, because I'm never gonna have... I don't really want to, like, have alcohol, like, at all. And I don't have alcohol at all, ever. So... you know, I don't care about the other milestone. So, like, 18 was just it, you know? Barely have alcohol. Yeah. Honestly, I never understood the appeal. As somebody who finds their mind, like, you know, thinking to themselves about things as one of the most important things I just do to pass the time, not to mention actually function as a human being, I never understood the appeal behind not being able to use your brain. Like, I get it to, like, take the edge off and everything, but... you know... all I'll say is that people make a lot more mistakes drunk than when sober. Oh. Maybe I'm just a weird person. I tend to have a lot of views on life and things in it that are just not common. Not that that's a bad thing. Being able to think for yourself and come up with your own conclusions is important. If you can't do that, then, well, who the heck is holding your hand? And where can I smack him upside the head? You know, when I eventually drain the nether in like 2 or 3 years, I'm gonna have to, like, do this for dozens of hours. That'll be a fun experience. Gravel is still the worst block in the game. It doesn't even have its own unique sound effects. It uses the dirt sounds. It's how unoriginal it is. I forgot what level I was at when I died before. I think I was at like 100 something, I want to say. And now I'm finally back up to the 80s. Almost to the 90s. Nope, nope. Alright, give me... Three, two, 1, 0. Dude. There we go. Give me all that. Why is there just so much to do, though? Like, I'm just gonna be placing gravel for the next stream and a half. See, the sound of it being placed was consistent. And at least make for, like, good ASMR. You know, I just had like the most random thought, but if I ever met what's his name? Phil's a Minecraft in real life. Honestly, I just like I feel like that this joke could be received really poorly, but I could just laugh at him for taking months to build this like a ocean monument thing. And just be like, dude, you should have just swapped it to peaceful mode. I don't know why I thought of that right now, but... I feel like that joke has a 50-50 chance of going well. Yeah, I'm just calling this the tub. What's funny is that my brother goes by Tub sometimes, so I could just make this blue and green, like as the build, just to be a funny reference. I don't know why I keep holding the shift key. I don't need to. I do not need to hold the shift key the entire time. If you're wondering why my voice was farther away, it's because I'm leaning back in my chair. I'm not doing the gamer lean right now. I've had like 2 water breaks and my throat still feels raspy. You know, I wonder what I'm gonna stream on Wednesday. I have no clue. I don't really feel like streaming Slay the Spire. Because, like, it's fun to stream, but at the same time, like, I've streamed it a lot recently. I could stream more PvZ Expanded, but PvZ 2 is just much better for streaming. And I don't know. I only really like the PvZ 1 style PvZ 2 mods. The 25 Sun meta is just way better. Am I gonna keep the magma? That's a good question. Would I keep the magma? Do I keep the magma? I don't know. I'll answer that question in like a couple weeks. It'll be October when I answer that question. On the bright side, I won't need to worry about getting sea lanterns ever again. I kind of feel bad for the fish that like spawn inside these little cubbies, because they're gonna be stuck there until I come through with sponges and drain all the water. Yeah, I think if I can get this corner drained, then I can, like, start actually using the tub for things. Like Minecraft-y things. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. It would be nice if I did know, but I don't. Why am I holding the shift key? All I'm doing is hurting my hand. Okay, and backing up. How much more gravel do I need? I really don't understand it. I don't know, but let's think about like some good stream games here. I think shooters are just out of the question. Like, I enjoyed streaming Garden Warfare 2 that one time, but the Garden Warfare 2 servers are just not good. And I remember from streaming the Halo 3 campaign with my brother that it was hard to focus on chat and, well, talk with them, but also to focus on the game. Because if I'm keeping an eye on chat at all times, it can become slightly concerning. Slightly disconcerting. Yep. I guessed as much, MA. Thinking about what I want to stream. I could stream PvZ Heroes, actually. That's not a bad idea. Huh. Bushes. What do you mean watching me from the bushes? I thought that was X's thing. We already established this. My room doesn't have any windows. You can't see me. We've played out this bit before. I don't have a closet either. There's literally nowhere in here you can hide. And you can't sneak in because the door is closed. And it's been closed. I do not have a closet. I literally do not have a closet. I have a clothes rack where I hang my shirts from. And then I have a dresser. I don't have a closet. You can't possibly be under my bed. For multiple reasons, but one of which is that it's full of stuff. And another of which is that I can barely fit under there. And when I'm like lying down, I can barely fit under there. And even then I'm sticking out like halfway. My bed is not very big. What's interesting is that I've given like enough details of my room to that, like, if someone had ever been in my room, they would actually know who I am. Like, well, they'd figure it out anyway because of the stuff in the room, but, like, I don't know. If you ever saw my room, you'd instantly know it's mine. Just how much, based on how much information about it I've given. You're looking at me from the ceiling. Slight problem with that, the ceiling's slanted. I don't know exactly how you're gripping it. Like, normally on an upside-down ceiling, it wouldn't be too hard, because you could just, like, hang straight upside down. But if it's slanted like it is, then that's just, like, awkward. And once again, I have no windows or skylights, so... You have Spidey powers? Wow. Look at that. You have Spidey powers. Wow. It's very unfortunate we don't live in New York. Also have the power to be invisible? Okay. So then why were you so insistent I had a closet? Are you sure you aren't just in some random kid's room right now? You're probably in some random kid's room right now and they're like, you know, playing Minecraft and you're just like, ah, I found Cattail. And no, you didn't. No. Yeah, you might want to not be in that one. You know, you probably could have guessed that it wasn't my room from the fact that I wasn't saying the same things as the kid in the room that you were in. And also that that kid wasn't, like, my age, but, you know. God, I could just imagine somebody taking this out of context and being like, what? MA is breaking into random people's rooms to try and find Cattail? Which would be really funny, but... you know, kind of against the law, at least in the United States. No, you're not. There's literally zero way you could be behind me right now. Right. So can you phase through walls? Did they just despawn? No, they're right there. Hold up. Are these just like straight up clownfish? These are just straight up clownfish. That's cool. That's literally what the tropical fish texture looks like. I wonder how rare that is. You're standing next to me. Right, right. Despite the fact that you literally can't be. Because there's no space on the floor for you to be standing right now. And by that I mean I have a wastebasket to my right. I have my computer to my left. You know, maybe I should have, like, realized. Okay, so that's what happens when you drop it on kelp. It doesn't break the kelp breaks the block. Is that why my shoulder hurts right now? You wouldn't happen to be like a licensed masseuse or anything, would you? You could really use a massage right now. So you are a licensed masseuse, because I'm only paying you if you're licensed. If you're not licensed, then I could file it under assault. Along with the breaking and entering charges, of course. Unless, you know, you're not in my room, and this is just some random guy that you're giving a shoulder massage to with your feet, which would be extremely uncomfortable and weird, you know? Maybe you should just check that that's me. Like, you know, what color shirt is this guy wearing? Hey, look at that last song of the night. Oh, are you kidding me? There's another. Really? It's just an orange shirt? Well, you might want to find a different room. I want to get out of there. You know, just saying. Because, maybe you stumbled your way into like an alternate universe or something. Alright. I'll just go until the song ends because that would just be kind of rude to cut it off. Like, if this was any other song, I'd just cut it off, but it's not just any other song, so... I mean, you could literally deduce that I'm playing Minecraft in my room from this stream. And that doesn't exactly tell you a lot of information. Like, you know how many people play Minecraft? Alright. You know what, MA? It's unfortunate that you didn't break into my room, but you know, everybody makes mistakes. Better luck next time. Bye.